Did you bring Derek in?
All right, let's go, everybody. We got everybody coming in. Let's see who we've got here. I think we've got Derek popped in there with camera off, looks like. Welcome, everybody. Great to see everybody coming through right now. This is so much fun. So, guys, we've got some really special guests coming in. I'm just going to vamp for a little bit as our room fills up here. We've got people coming in all over right now. So if you're watching this on Facebook, which you're more than welcome to do, and we're live streaming here, it's 4 p.m. right now, 4 p.m. on the 25th of January. So if you're watching this live, come on in and ask questions live. If you're watching this on a replay, then that is all good as well. I'm just going to mute everybody as they come in so that we can make sure we keep it nice and clean in there. So guys, we are going to have some serious fun this morning. So in the last couple of weeks, we've talked about the opportunities that are out in front of us. We've talked about how to create people and tribes and followings using the leads tool, using GHL, using ChatGPT, using AI. We've talked about how to build funnels with different angles. So we've talked about when you've got something to offer, being able to make lots of different methods of approaching that same audience to create lots of, following. And we talked about Frank Kern building a $120,000 a month recurring income business in 6 weeks by following that exact same model. We looked at his funnels, etc. So we've talked about opportunities in front of us. Last week, we talked about how when we go to a client, if we've got too many opportunities, we're like that guy with the open coat. Do you want to buy a watch? Do you want to buy sunglasses? What do you want to buy? Right? So we've talked about having too many things in front of a client means that it's, and we said, Russell Brunson, a confused mind always says no, right? So we talked about how to focus on one thing. And of course, we open the door by doing lead generation for people. But then at the end of last week, we talked about the fact that when you've only got a hammer in your toolkit, everything looks like a nail, right? And you tend to bash everything. And we talked about having different solutions for different problems allows you to be a specialist that can actually then, whoa, bit of feedback coming back there, allows you to be a specialist where you can charge money for lots of different things as it's going through, right? So you get to be able to create the solutions for your customer. And we kind of left a little bit of an open loop. And that's where I want to introduce our very, very good friends here. So my open loop at the end of last week was that this week, we're going to introduce you to some partners with White Label Suite, with Comment Suite, some people that I've known for a really long time and have put some serious coin in my pocket to the tune of, I think, over $50,000 working together. So these guys have really been a major part of my life over the last 10 years. We got introduced over a crowded room when I guess the owner of one of the web's biggest platforms pointed to us and said, "You two guys need to talk to each other." And we both looked at each other across the room and went, "All right, fair enough." And we got together, we had a drink and shared some broke bread and did all that kind of stuff. And then have made a lot of money together since that meeting, which has been amazing. So what we're going to talk about today is adding a opportunity to your toolkit that can allow you to pick up big checks over and over again. Now, the guys from GoMObile, who I'll introduce in just a second, are going to make a special offer. So I need to let you guys know that there is a pitch on this webinar. I want you guys to know about that, right? And we highly endorse the product. We highly endorse the company. There is going to be something for sale here. If it's not right for you, that's okay. That's all right. It might not be right now. It might be right later on. You might just remember it when you come across the opportunity out in the open world. But if you like what you see, I believe this is an opportunity that you can pick up big checks quickly for. And we can tell a whole bunch of different stories. We talked to a group of our clients just before Christmas, and we were talking about creating $10,000 in 2 weeks using what we're about to show you here on this call. So if that sounds of interest for you, you're in the right room. Again, we believe in making things easy for you guys. So as our team walk through this, and I am going to introduce you guys, so just give me 1 second. I am going to do a proper introduction for you. But as we walk through this system today, we are going to talk about how you can use it with the leads tool that we have. And of course, we're going to talk about how we help you do that over the next couple of weeks. So without any further ado, let me introduce my really good friends, my business partners, people that have worked with us and have been a major part of our life. I want to introduce the owner of the company, Damien Zamora from GoMObile. I want to introduce Jeff Mills and Derek, who are part of the GoMObile team. And guys, you are in the right room at the right time because these guys have got something really special. Gentlemen, thank you so much for jumping in and sharing with us.
Thank you, Walt. Thank you for having and sharing me with the community. And it's really cool because I see some friends on here. Rob and David, good to see you guys on here. I see some other friends, Craig. So, Walt, you're right. We have made some good money together. It's been fantastic, having the blessing of knowing you and having you in my life over the last decade. We've been on boats.
Yeah.
We've been at events. We've been in front of rock stars like, who were some of the Vanilla Ice? I think we saw Vanilla Ice together. Maybe Bret Michaels, right? It's really been awesome knowing you, but really what I've loved most about you is the communities you create and the software platforms you put on the market.
Yeah, thanks, man. You're a nice guy. Like, it's all good and we're nice and we're parties, but let's talk money. Like, I love
what was that?
It's like we're all good and we love the parties, but it's all about the money and the dollars and the opportunities, man. It's like it's nice that they go together.
Yeah, we figured out how to do that. We might have been at 2 a.m. talking at Pizza and Profits. Jeff knows that also well on the big ocean out there. But yes, we definitely followed up and got the work done. And you became a white label partner with us. You had success doing what we're going to show all of your members here how to do. And I love that little secret marketing trick that you have with our stuff. That's going to blow everybody away. So I'm super pumped about that.
We'll share that. We'll share that a little bit later on. But actually, that's a really important point. And I just wanted to let you guys know that. So GoMObile, as I said, they have an amazing program out there. I am a fully paid card carrying member of GoMObile. And I think that's important to note, just purely because we don't recommend stuff that we don't believe in. And Damien can verify, my account's been paid. I have a fully paid membership with GoMObile. And that's how we were able to make money together and do amazing things. So again, I just want to make sure that we put that out there as the endorsement for you guys.
Yeah. And I love the opportunity to work with a great marketing mind like yours on our stuff, because we learn really, really cool stuff. And like what you're going to be showing later is going to be proof of that. But like you said, Walt, we've been doing this since 2010. So we've just started our 14th year and we're absolutely having a ball with this. And what I'm going to say right now, I never imagined I would have said this 10 years ago. I would have never imagined I would have said this 10 years in the future. But there's really never been a better time to be in this business that I'm in than right now, because of everything that we've seen. So Walt, the whole adoption of digital marketing now, it's no longer a nice to have, it's an everybody has. You either have and you do, or you are not. And that's what we saw with websites, right? You remember back in the late 90s and the early 2000s, there was this shift where suddenly it was, if you weren't credible as a business unless you had a website. Well, because of COVID, because of the likes of all the restaurants using apps and all of the different food ordering apps and, people just making mobile technologies a part of their daily lives, whether it be for pleasure or for business and everything in between, this message that we're talking about today is at an all-time high in demand.
Yeah.
And that is because this is now where we do almost everything. And I know many of you can relate to that. So we're going to show you some stats. We're going to show you some facts. We're going to show you some case studies. We're going to show you success stories, and we're going to show you how our company is a 100% done for you shop. That's right. You didn't come here to learn how to build apps. We are going to show you how GoMObile is going to do everything for you to provide phenomenal mobile technology, mobile experiences to your businesses. We're going to do all of the work. We're going to show you how we're going to sell it for you too. So I'm really excited. I want to announce Jeff Mills, who's on here with me. Jeff Mills has been with us since the beginning, since 14 years. He's been an internet marketer since internet marketing has been around. We've learned a lot from Jeff. And
I'm
Jeff
not that old.
What's that?
I'm not that old.
Yeah, no, you're old. You're old as dirt, dude. I mean, bottom line, you are really old, but that's because you are wise and you are very, very savvy in what we do here with mobile apps. And you're going to show everybody today no less than 5 opportunities and blue ocean opportunities that you can take advantage of today, right after this webinar. We're going to show you how all the work is going to be done for you. And we're going to show you some things that Walt has in store for you on how he's able to make this model work. But buckle up. I'm real excited. Jeff has been with us, like I said, since the beginning of time. Jeff, you've done a phenomenal job with this presentation. I'm real excited. I love every time where you start showing more of our design. What you're going to see today, everybody, is that Jeff is going to lay out designs for all these niche markets. So when you hear the ridiculously crazy amount that you pay GoMobile to build these mobile technologies, mobile experiences, you're going to be blown away. It's not going to be one of those cheap thrown together things. You're going to see some real good quality design. It's going to blow you away. So Jeff, go ahead and say hi to Walt's community.
What's up, everybody? Glad to have you all here. And I think it's no accident that you guys all chose to be with us for this limited amount of time that we're going to be together today. So I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us. I want to say thank you for honoring us with your time, because there's all kinds of other things you could have been doing and you chose to be here with us. So we're going to do our best to entertain you. This is going to be this is not going to be like a boring presentation.
Wait, Damien's not going to sing again, is he, Jeff?
You know what? How many beers have you had so far today, Damien?
I haven't had anything since November 28th, man. I'm doing a dry, I don't know, dry something.
A dry decade.
So,
dude, but I did see your dance. I did see your dance
He,
moves on the
at
boat.
any moment's notice, he might break out in song, and
beautiful.
That'll be a real treat for everybody. But anyway, so we're gonna get the presentation started. This is gonna be a workshop. This is gonna be stuff where you learn, take some notes, write some stuff down. Someone taught me a long time ago that writing things down is the doing part of thinking. And so, you can think about things all you want, but until you write it down, thoughts become things. And the thoughts you have in your brain stay in your brain. But sometimes you take those thoughts that are in your brain, you put them on a pen and on a piece of paper, and you write it down. Now your thoughts become real because it's manifested. The mental is now physical. Pretty powerful stuff. So take notes, write some stuff down. You're going to get a lot of aha moments and secrets today. Hey, I want to know from everybody who's watching the presentation today, how many of you guys use the mobile app already in your day? Just type, me in the chat if you've already gone onto a mobile app on your phone and done something on a mobile app today, okay, in the last, 3, 4, 5 hours. Let's see if anyone's done it. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's done 20 times.
20 times since 7 a.m.
David's like, yeah, many times. All right, guys. Wow, think about the youngins out there. So like my niece, she's gonna be 19 this year. I've never seen her without her phone in her hand. It's kind of weird. Think about that. The young kids, they got the phone attached to them everywhere. I try to put my phone in my pocket, only look at it a few times, and I'm still always drawn to it. So we are obsessed with these mobile phones. We're obsessed with what we do in these mobile phones, like mobile apps. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a deep dive into how we're using mobile apps today and how you're benefiting from them. So how about Costco? If you guys go shop at Costco, it's really convenient. They can have all your receipts printed right into your account. You can go check and see it, make sure you got charged the right prices. Costco's leveling up the game, making it really easy for you to shop there and get discounts and stuff because you use their mobile app. How about loyalty programs? So how would you like to go? You go to Subway. They used to have those little business cards they gave you. They stamped them. Well, now they've automated it through digital. So you can, every time you go in there, scan your app, and they add points to your app. And after you earn a certain amount of points, you get a free sub. We love free stuff, right? How about ordering pizza on demand? How many of you guys are pizza lovers like me? I love that pepperoni pizza, thin crust pepperoni pizza from Domino's. And I could just easily go and app, punch it in, and it's here in 30 minutes or less, but now maybe 45 minutes or less. Now, I'm going to give you guys a big tip. Go ahead, Walt.
I want to jump in, but go ahead and give your tip before you leave this slide.
Okay, here's a big tip. A little secret for those of you living in America. You go to the Domino's app, go to the coupons area, and you can get pizzas for $5.99. Most people didn't know that. Save some money. Do the buy two for $5.99. Save some money. Go ahead, Damien. What was your point?
And it's that is the reason why you were on this webinar today. So that my mind, this is a perfect segue into this really quickly here. So Domino's, which is a brand that we've all grown up with. I know it's been around all my life. From the best I can remember, and I'm 51 years old. And maybe it wasn't that long because I don't remember when I was 5 years old when Domino's was around, but Domino's has figured out that they could have this secret stash promo in their app that only Jeff knows because he has the app and he just shared it with everybody that's watching this recording. Domino's figured that out. That is called a mobile experience that Domino's has created. Jeff just showed you Subway, another brand I've known for the last 2 decades. They are now figured out a way to have their customers coming back more often through gift and loyalty, right? The one before that, Costco. I've known Costco for half my life. Right here in Mexico, we now have download your mobile app. It says it right there in Spanish. It hangs right from the rafters with a big QR code. Why are big brands now doing this? Here's why. Guys, write this down and underline it. People no longer want to pick up the flipping phone and order a pizza anymore. They don't have to. They don't have to worry about their order getting messed up by a human. They could just use a really good user interface like we're all used to. And wouldn't you prefer that? And guess what? They will choose that convenience over the annoyance. Okay, so our behavior is shifting. And we are starting to judge and choose who we do business with based on the mobile experiences they offer, based on the community they offer. And so what you're going to see today as we go through more of these slides is once all the big boys are doing it, all the rest of the world pays attention and they try to figure out how they can compete with the big boys. That's what this game is always. That's what big box world is always about. How all the mom pops had to compete with Walmarts. Once all the big brands are showing that they are finding a need and a use case for mobile experiences, everyone's going to want to figure out where their mobile experience use case is. And that's what we're showing today. That's why there's a massive opportunity for you being on this webinar today. Go ahead, Jeff. Let's take them through some more.
I'm gonna have it back on you. We're gonna go 2 more app examples. We're gonna do storage, and then we're gonna do the cruise one. Talk about these.
All right, public storage. When the dinosaur brands have finally figured out why they need you to play with them on their personal device, I mean, there's another telling tale right there. You can pay your bill, you can open the gate, you can access your storage unit. I learned this just this recently, 4 months ago, when I went there to clean out some of my storage. Well, boom, the next one. Go to the next. This one's fun for me. We just took a cruise, Walt, as you remember.
Yeah.
We went to the Greek islands on Virgin Voyage cruise. Highly recommend the cruise line, by the way. They've fixed everything you hate about cruises, they've fixed it. One of the things they've fixed is their community experience. Most everything you do is done from your phone. Whether it's excursions, reservations at the 9 different restaurants, because they don't just have one like Carnival. I mean, they've got some really, really amazing things. I could be sitting in the spa with my wife and I can shake the phone 3 times out in the middle of the ocean. And within 10 minutes, someone shows up there with a bottle of champagne and 2 glasses. Okay. Virgin Voyage has figured out people want to do it a better way. Apps save us time. Apps solve problems. Apps improve and enhance our lives. And brands figured that out. So now we've created opportunity for you to share that message. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Damien, just curious,
Yeah.
like I took my family to an island holiday not long ago, and that was really interesting because like the whole island is owned by one company. And I never realized until now that in every single outlet on that island, there's, you know, the pizza bar and the bar and the, you know, the different restaurants and the kayak hire, like all the watercraft, like all that kind of stuff was there. In every outlet was the QR code to download the app, and all the way through, like they've got the map island. You could call the shuttle bus, you could rent a golf cart, you could, you know, do all that kind of stuff from the app. I never realized this, but let me ask you this: how many people roughly? Don't give me an exact, but how many people were on that cruise?
Oh, I know how many people were on that cruise. We had 1,500 people on that cruise. It maxes out at 3K, but they were only 50% the capacity.
Okay, so over 1,000 people were on that cruise. 1,500 people were on that cruise. And guys, and this is what I want you to focus on, right? Why are these brands making sure that they've got the app out in the marketplace? Because at a finger snap, they were able to reach 1,500 people in their confined area in their experience and get them to communicate, spend money, engage, do all that kind of stuff. Why does every single business want to have an app? Because it's their users in their pocket. The phone is never less than arm's length away. And every single time you have an app on your phone, you are able to communicate with your exact user group. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yep. And I'll tell you, man, when I saw that they had an app on this boat, I mean, you could probably bet it really enhanced our whole 7 days, right?
Boy, he was so excited. You're so excited about it. from the cruise ship calls into our staff meeting and says, "You guys, you won't believe this amazing mobile app we're using." And he's like talking about it on his vacation in a staff meeting. And we
That's
get
because
back on
Damien Zamora never
vacation.
goes on
Go
holidays,
back on
really.
vacation, Damien. Come on.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And that's what's making this a phenomenal opportunity, Walt. And so as we get through, GoMobile, full disclosure, did not build any of those apps you just saw. Okay. We are making a very valid point on this market and this opportunity for you. We're about to take you through the apps that we have built, and you're going to be like, man, some of those designs maybe even look a little better than what we've taken you through thus far. But we're going to show you an affordable way to offer solutions to the marketplace.
Absolutely. So as we jump into the presentation, you guys further, we want to introduce our other co-pilot that's with us. Derek is here. Derek is in the chat answering questions as we go through this presentation. We go through it really fast. And like we're probably going to take questions maybe towards the end. But as we go through it, throw your questions out there to Derek. He's out there going to answer them all for you. We're going to make sure that no questions get left behind and all your questions get answered. So today, what we're going to show you in this workshop and the special training is we're going to give you guys basically the 3 secrets that practically guarantee you're going to be successful if you start an app business with us or when you start an app business with us today. And we're going to give you dozens of case studies of students who are just like you who went out there and they did the things we taught them how to do, and they made $1,000 to $5,000 every time a business said yes to a mobile app. And we're going to show you how to use AI. Wow, think about it, you guys. A year ago, 12 months ago, 13 months ago, everyone was posting pictures on Facebook of their AI self. Who all was doing that a year ago? It was like so crazy. Everyone's like, look at me, I'm like a Simpsons. And they were doing all these things that AI could do. And how far we've come with AI 13 months later, what a year it's been. So if you're not using AI for any of your business needs, we're going to talk about that today because you can definitely use AI in this business to help you make some more money. We're going to talk about the 5 low-hanging fruit niche markets that you want to pay attention to, because these niche markets are what we call blue oceans. They're wide open. They're not polluted. And everyone can go into these markets and make money and still have leftovers, people to come in after that and people to come in after that. And everyone's going to make a lot of money. So we want to focus on those 5 niches. Hint, hint, hint. There's where the money lies. Okay, we're going to give you the no-brainer fastest path to cash training, otherwise known as the puppy dog close method, that Damon's going to share with you at the very end of the presentation. So you got to stay all the way to the end to get that.
And let me add to that. You want to stick around for this because you can apply it in your white label suite business right now. You can apply it in any digital marketing, anything you're doing right now.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You use this puppy dog close in any business or anything you're doing, you'll see instant sales within days or weeks. Okay, it's fast money for you guys. So even if you're brand new, you can use this method. And then as Walt said at the beginning, we are going to share with you guys an amazing special offer. It is limited to the people who are watching this webinar. It's not going to be an offer that's going to be good for a long period of time. So you're going to have to take advantage of that offer today if you want to get the special offer and an amazing price. So here's the good news for every single one of you watching this right now, whether you're watching it live or whether you're watching on the replay, it doesn't matter. If you're a complete beginner, if you're a newbie, if you've never done this before, tried businesses, if you've bought programs from people on the internet before and you failed, or if you've gotten into courses that you never finished before, if you got a no budget or a small budget, or if you only have a limited amount of time, 5 to 10 hours a week, or a lot of time, you can go out there and you can be successful in this business because we've got it dialed in for you. We have probably some of the best training I've ever seen on how to start a mobile apps business, from the queen of apps that we'll introduce to you guys in just a few minutes, Katie Fletcher. But we'll show you guys how it doesn't matter where you're at in your journey. If you're just getting started, if you've been doing stuff like this for a long, long time, or you're an OG veteran like Damien is, you can be successful in this business, and like Walt is as well. Damon told you guys how long he's been in this business, since 2010. I was actually there when Damien came up with the idea, and I actually kind of planted a seed with him a year before. And I'm like, dude, if you could take the business you're doing right now and you could turn it into a mobile apps business, that's going to be a gold mine for you. And like 7-8 months later, he called me. He says, hey, that thing you told me to do, I did it. And I'm like, whoa. And I looked at what he created, and I was like, instantly fell in love with it. And we've been, working this thing together for all these years, 14 years later now. So our members have come and gone. Some of them have been with us for a long time. Some have come and gone to other programs, which is normal. But over 6,000 apps have been published and put into the app stores over the different time frame for the last 14 years. That's a lot of apps. And we used to actually make people build the apps themselves. Can you believe it? That was freaking hard. And then we found a better way. We found a better way for these apps to get published, and we'll show you what that better way is. And Holly is one of those people who took advantage of the better way, and she had these apps built for her, so she didn't have to build them herself. And she went out there and she made $5,000 selling an app to a Mexican restaurant, Don Luis Cafe. And I got more to say about her story. We're going to bring her back into the conversation in a few minutes from now, where we'll hear from her again on how she made $5,000. Then you got other people like Tanisha Walker out in LA.
Hang on, Jeff. Jeff, I know you're in flow. I know you're in flow. And I hate it when people interrupt me in flow. But you know that I love you. And I just want you to go back one slide for a second. And guys, for the people on the call, do me a favor. Do me a little favor and reach down somewhere close to you. You've got a pen, you've got a paper if you're old school, or you might have a little notepad if you're new school and you're like jotting it down on an e-reader or something. I want you to write down the categories that Jeff is showing you right now. You don't have to worry about the details or that kind of stuff, but I want you to write down, for example, Mexican restaurant, right? So for Holly, I want you to write down Mexican restaurant and put a little circle around it. And then Jeff, sorry, man. So every time Jeff shows you a different app, and again, these are apps that have been built with GoMObile, right? So I want you to write down Mexican restaurant and put a circle around it. And then Jeff's going to get into the next slide. And I'm not going to interrupt you again, man. I apologize. But guys, what I want you to do
it's always
really,
great to have you interject.
It's
cool.
Jeff
really
and I
important.
want you to interrupt and help teach. Okay, when
Right,
you
yeah.
see, please,
Love
please.
it.
Yeah, cool.
Bring-
so guys,
bring your
this
knowledge.
is how I'm going to make you a lot of money on this call. All right. So if you follow my instructions, you will have like a roadmap in front of you. So grab your pen and paper, and on the left-hand side somewhere, I want you to write Mexican restaurant and put a circle around it. And then Jeff's going to go to the next category. I want you to write that category down, and I want to put a circle around it. And Jeff, when you've gone through this stuff, just stop for a second, and I'll explain how you're going to turn that into a money-making machine. All right?
You got it. I'm just going to turn my fan off too, because it's making a lot of ruckus in my room next door.
It's okay, man. I'm a fan of yours, so you know it's all right.
Hey, I like fans. All right, so then we had Tanisha Walker. So here's what's interesting about Tanisha Walker. She lives in Europe, but she's originally from LA area. She has connections in the LA area, and her heart's in LA, Los Angeles. And she has a heart for the hurting people in the community. So like the homeless, the downtrodden, people who kind of get left out, left behind. And so she created an app for the community of Los Angeles. It's called Serve Los Angeles. You can actually go to the App Store and find it. And it's a place to get resources, a place for people to become volunteers, a place for people to find help when they need to get help. And you know what a great app this is for serving a community. So she actually made $7,000. The community organization that bought this app for her paid her $7,000 to have it made. And so she made a lot of money helping people who don't have a lot of money. That's amazing. And also helping people get connected to different resources and organizations and food shelves and all these things that, you know, people who are down and out, maybe homeless, or they're struggling with mental health, they can go out there and get the help they need. They got to have a mobile phone, of course. It's weird. I don't know if you guys, well, listen, I live in Southern California, and homeless people have phones. It's kind of weird, but yeah, they got cell phones. And I don't know how they pay for it, but they do. So they can download apps on their phones and get the help they need as well. I think when you look at the opportunity we have here in front of us today, it's incredible, because mobile marketing is one of the most powerful medias ever invented, according to the New York Times. Because like Walt said earlier, our phone is always an arm's reach away, and in some cases, it's attached to our arm and our hand, and it never leaves. Okay, people take it with them to the bathroom. People are checking it when they're having sex. People have their mobile phone. Well, I don't, but some people do. And people have their mobile phones with them everywhere, right? They can't, if they leave the house and they forget their mobile phone and they're 10 minutes on the drive, they're turning around. How many of you have done it? You're turning around, you're going back to your house. You got to have that mobile phone in your possession. It is the most important thing. And as you look at what happened in 2023, last year, here's some of the best of show. These are some of the most downloaded apps that people were using last year. So Uber Eats or Uber. How many of you guys take Uber around? How many of you guys order food, or, you know, have your Uber Eats food delivered to your door? You know, people say Sandwiches taste better when they're made by somebody else. And I actually agree with that. All right. And then how about you guys are like watching streaming shows? Like you love your Disney Plus or your Apple Plus, your Apple TV, Netflix, the streaming shows that are coming out. So streaming channels, streaming apps they've nailed it. Why did they nail it? Why is streaming so amazing? For the business owner, because they can get millions and millions of people paying $20 a month just to have access to the streaming channels. They don't even watch it all the time. I haven't logged into Netflix myself in probably 30, 40 days, but I'm still paying for it. I don't want to get off that. It's a really sticky system and it works great for that business, makes them a lot of money, right? But we love it when we use it because we love vegging out watching movies and just kind of disconnecting from our busy days and lives because it's how we relax. How many of you guys are sitting there watching Instagram? You guys, anyone watching people on Instagram, watching people on TikTok, watching videos on YouTube? I don't even watch television. Like I have when I say I don't watch television, I'm talking about network TV. I have a TV, but when I turn it on, it's connected to apps. Everything I do is through apps that are on my TV to connect to all my streaming services. And I spend the majority of my time now watching educational videos, content videos, training videos on YouTube. I don't know what the rest of you guys, but YouTube is a gold mine for getting free education and learning how to do certain things. But we are addicted to these devices 352 times a day. That's how many times people are checking their phones. You've probably already done it 50 times since we started this webinar. So on average, Americans reach their phones 352 times. That gives you 352 chances to catch those people with the power of a push notification, to get them to do something, to get them to make a purchase, to get them to go somewhere and use a coupon code, to get them to go make a purchase, e-commerce through the mobile app. Now, Scott Shane from Entrepreneur, he says, if you're a small business owner and your business does not have a mobile app, you need to get one. Basically, he's saying, having a website is no longer a must-have. You got to have a mobile app, and smartphone apps are just so important that business owners, if they really want to treat their businesses, take them seriously, they've got to upgrade. They've got to get with the times. They got to get a mobile app. And guess what? You get to be the person who becomes the marketing hero by bringing that mobile app to that struggling business or that thriving business who just wants even more success, even more leads, more sales, more exposure, more repeat customers, because what that mobile app could do for them. So Damien always says that mobile apps solve problems, and it's true. The more businesses you can help solve their problems through a mobile app, the more sales you guys are going to make. And so here's 7 quick problems we'll jump through that you can look at. Okay, if I can solve these 7 problems for this business, it's going to give me a higher chance of getting that mobile app conversion. So focus on these things. Okay, this is the language that business owners want to hear. What's that? What's in it for me, right? So what's in it for you, Mr. Business Person, is more leads, more sales, more traffic, more exposure to your business because you have a mobile app that you can reach out to people through. Okay, you can build a stronger brand for your company and unify your brand into one house, one place where all the communication comes in front, instead of Frankensteining your marketing and your systems where you got all these different platforms all over the place. Bring everything into one house. So I'll show you guys how people are doing that as influencers and coaches and things like that. It just gives customers a more convenient way to interact with the business, to buy from the business. I can be laying in my bed and pull up my phone, make a purchase to go watch a video, or make a purchase to go have something delivered to my door. I like that. It's convenient, and I'll pay a little bit more. I'll pay almost twice the amount of money to get McDonald's sent to my house because it's just convenient. I don't have to get out of my bed. My phone takes care of it all. It's going to boost their profits. It's going to make them more money when they use a mobile app. It's going to get repeat customers coming back and using that app again and again. And they're going to see new revenue chains, new revenue connections that they weren't getting before, which makes that business, survive and thrive. It's going to make that business stand out from the competition. It's going to help that business save money on SMS costs. Like a lot of these businesses are using older technology where they're doing short code texting, right? And every text message they send through that service, they're paying like 3, 4, 5 cents a text message. If they got 10,000 people on a list, they're spending a lot of money to send out those text messages. But the cool thing with our technology is with the mobile apps that we build, they have this thing called push notifications built into it that do not cost the business owner any dollars to send push. So they can send unlimited push notification messages to everyone who's downloaded the phone and give them permission to be receiving these messages. And now they're not just like, a simple 2 or 3 lines of text like you get in a tweet. It's rich text. So you can put images in there. You can make words bold. You can use different fonts. And I think you can put like videos and stuff in there. And you can put links. More importantly, you can put links in there that are clickable. And Apple can't control what you guys send through push. So that's really cool. You don't have Big Brother looking over your shoulder saying, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. You have full control to help those business owners by pushing messages to their followers. The power
Jeff,
of push.
Jeff,
Yeah,
you're about to get to this power push thing, and I just wanted guys, see if I can show this on the screen here. So, like, can you guys see my camera as I'm talking? Is it coming up on
I can see you.
You can see my camera. Okay, cool. So let me see if I can do this, and just like these are the push notifications I've got in the last 24 hours. All right.
Yep.
So there's just a bunch of them, and I want to focus on one specifically, and I just to talk it through. These guys, it's a clothing brand, and I mean it's pretty well known. It's called Uniqlo. All right. And these are just the push notifications that Uniqlo sent me in the last 2 days, 48 hours. There is 8. They are the most aggressive push notification marketers I have ever seen. And
that's obviously a little much there, but
no, I agree. Every single day, I'm going to delete that app. I just can't stand. But you know what? About once a day, they send me a little, hey, only for members, the t-shirt that you've been looking at is now 50% off. Every day, I feel like deleting that app because it's so freaking annoying. And yet every day they send me something cool and I go, oh, okay, I'll let you stay just because maybe tomorrow's deal is going to be, it's amazing. So guys, like the power of push. And again, thinking this is about you having an opportunity in your hands, right? You having an opportunity to go to your clients and show them how they can communicate, not 8 times a day with their client list, but how they can communicate in a way that makes customers take notice, look at what they've got, interact and do business. And you, like the guys are about to show you how you can make that happen for your clients. And you think they're going to pay you for that? Let's have a look. Keep going, Jeff.
Yeah.
So, look at
I'd
that
like
question.
to add a point on that as well. Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying, look at the question from Rob. He's like, is there a way to get a geo push notification?
The answer is yes on that, Rob.
Yeah, that's
cool.
Amazing, guys. Think about that.
Yeah, so let me make a point that really piggybacks off of Walt's point. Okay, I'm going to use a restaurant again, a sushi restaurant, right? So, the thought might by now have gone off in your head, well, people don't want more apps on their phone. They don't want to receive push notifications. Okay, I agree with you, right? You're thinking pragmatically. You're thinking, here's the thing. If I don't like sushi and I don't like fish and I don't drink sake, then when I walk by the sushi restaurant that says download the app for free sake bombs, I'm probably not even going to see it. It's not even going to, I'm going to walk right by it. I'm going to be staring right at it, but yet I won't even see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's my point. We want the apps for the brands we want to interact with. And we, like Walt, will accept their 8 push notifications. Well, maybe not 8 push notifications, but accept their 8.
It's too many.
8, right? 8 notices a day. And he's got FOMO. He doesn't want to get rid of it because he doesn't want to miss on maybe one of those promotions, actually. He hasn't said that part, but I know that's going off in the back of his mind.
That's the real. Yeah, that's the real. You don't want to miss it. So
that's the whole point is, no, we don't want more apps, and no, we don't want more messages, but we do from the people we want them from.
Right.
Very good point. All right.
That's absolutely truth.
So with this technology that we have that you can give to business owners, you guys, they can send updates. They can put links in there. They can put announcements, sales offers, they can actually have birthday clubs, send messages out to people when it's their birthday, coupon codes, or you can help fill locations that might not have a lot of people at it right now. For example, you could be that Mexican restaurant. Here it is again. That's, happy hours from 4 o'clock to 5:30. So it's like a happy hour and a half, right? and maybe there's not a lot of people in Walt's Mexican Cantina. So Walt, the business owner, goes to the login, puts a special message: buy one get one free margaritas for the next hour and 30 minutes. Okay? And so the bar didn't have a lot of people. In the next 15 minutes, all of a sudden 30 people show up. Hey, Walt, I got the text. I got the push. I'm here to get my buy one, get one free. I even brought my friend Damien with me here to introduce him. Damien's like, cool, I want the free margarita. And then they start talking, they get hungry, they start buying some food, and then they start buying another round of drinks. And pretty soon, the buy one free margarita, which they lost a little bit of money on, all of a sudden has Walt, adding another $50-$60 to his till because he sent a push notification. There were about 30 people that spent more money that he wasn't, expecting because it was slow.
And it's why promotions work. That's
Yeah.
exactly why promotions work. Some are even lost leaders. And so the difference here is this push notification channel is an exclusive communication pipe from that restaurant to its customers. Okay. So like Walt wasn't the only one in your inbox today. I know that for sure. Right. Walt wasn't the only one in my inbox today, but, and same can go with SMS. In fact, with SMS messages, we don't even trust SMS messages anymore. I gave a State of the Union at the beginning of the year of this year, Walt, when we kicked this off. And, I found an article I read that, how many of us have received the Amazon shipment or the UPS shipment, click here phishing scam that we get by SMS? We're starting not to trust SMS, but when we get a push notification from a brand we trust, we're going to open it. That's where you got that 98% read rate. 98% of the time they're going to see it and they're going to trust it. And because they have opted in for this is also opt-in communications, but also that exclusive pipe. How valuable is that? No one can market on that channel except the brand, except the company, unless they want to pay the company to do so. That's powerful.
So what does it look like? What does this technology look like? It looks just like, basically it looks like a text message, but just structured a little differently. So you're going to see 3 different images here. Over here on this one on the left, this is the alert. So Damien was over on looking at some news on ESPN, right? And the podcast alert shows up on his screen, interrupts his surfing, and he sees, oh, a new podcast just dropped. Cool. And then when he closes his phone and he opens his phone on his home screen, he can see all the push notifications sitting on his home screen that was sent to him. So there's like front and center, in the notification tray of these notifications waiting for you, just like Walt showed you guys, where his notification tray is very busy with promotions. But here's the cool thing. When I tap on the box, it opens it up like this one. It opens it up. You can see, it's rich text. It's a lot of text. I can put links in there. You can see the links that are here. And those links can lead me to places where I can make purchases or opt into things or just interact with the business in a way that I couldn't do through a regular SMS system. So you guys, push is where it's at. And it's the #1 feature you're going to bring up when you start talking to a business owner about how they, get more people to come to their restaurant or their place of business. And it's through the power of push.
One more point, very, very, very important. Before I do that, I want to announce shout out to my friend Rob on here, who's been one of our partners for 3 years, as he mentioned in the chat.
Yeah.
And he's even more excited about mobile now. Yeah, Rob. Now, I mean, I know you've heard it before from me. Specifically, you've heard that before, but now is certainly the time, my friend. Okay, real quick. This is the other point that I wanted to make is that shit. What was the last thing you said, Jeff?
Links, the link to things they like to buy, purchase, special
Push is where
offers.
it's at.
Push is where it's at, right? Gosh, I forgot, man. Just roll. This is important insertion too. So, a couple other things on the push is you don't have the regulations that you have with SMS. Okay, so these are things that they're starting, the regulations in the US
Wait,
at least.
Are you saying if I'm a cannabis store, I can send text messages now through push?
That's right, because we do cannabis. That's one of the blue oceans we're going to show you here, okay, for the US, for those legal states. But we can send push notifications through the Apple channel that doesn't have the same regulations. It's more trusted. Rob, I had a shout out to you and I forgot the main point I wanted to lay on there.
Well, if it
That he's
comes
more
back,
excited about mobile now. Like, so Rob's been a card carrying member for 3 years, and he's more excited about mobile now than he ever has been.
which is
love it.
exciting.
I love it. Hey, you guys want to see an app that's live in the App Store right now that you guys can check out? This is
Hell
from
yeah.
one of our members out in Minnesota, where I used to live. Shout out to Greg.
And if you're
And
following my
Greg,
instructions, you just wrote down Italian restaurant and you put a circle around it.
yeah, this is Umbria Pizzeria. I think it's out in Blaine, Minnesota. But this is the skill of our designers. You know, this is a beautiful app. It's simple, it's clean, it's easy to navigate, big buttons to press. But if you look at the buttons on the left side, they all have images behind the buttons. It's like very detailed. So we have very strong graphic talent that knows how to make our apps look amazing, easy to navigate so that people find what they're looking for fast, get to the ordering area, get to the menu area, select what they want, and boom, 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 bada bing, bada boom. The pizza is on the way. The lasagna is on the way. And if you guys don't get hungry at the end of this presentation, food apps we're showing you, you know, check your appetite because I'm going to be hungry and I'll be ordering something as soon as we're done. Guarantee you that. All right. So I'm going to give you guys a secret. The first secret. See, I told you guys that back in the day, GoMobile taught everybody how to go build these mobile apps on their own. And it worked for a few, but it didn't work for most. So we had to kind of pivot several years back and we came out with a new way to do this. You guys, the secret for your success, number one, is that put your faith in GoMobile's design team. They will build all the apps for you. This is a done for you system. Okay. We have about 8 or 9 super awesome app developers and designers who know how to make these apps look good. They know how to make them functional. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about the design. You don't have to worry about the colors. You don't have to worry about getting the logo. The design team takes care of all that for you. So the benefit for you is you can go out there and sell as many apps as you want, and you're never going to have to build them because GoMobile will build the apps for you, and you profit 100%. You don't have to know any tech. You don't have to know any coding. It's 100% done for you. And with that, it means you're just one app away. Now, right now, everyone watching this, you're just one app away from maybe leaving your 9-to-5 job, maybe going part-time at the job, maybe transitioning to becoming an app, developer / salesperson who's going to show businesses how they can get more leads, traffic, sales, and more exposure.
Do it like Rob did. Rob did 3 apps with us over the last couple of years here. And so, Rob, tell us, how much did you sell those apps for?
Yeah, we should probably bring him on and do a quick little intro.
Well, if he's comfortable with that, but I mean, if he puts it in the chat, that'd suffice as well.
Well, we got Sam here to talk about his app. Walt, ding, ding, ding. What kind of branding do you see here on this mobile app?
Beautiful. I love it. It is Mexican restaurants. And guys, Sam, we're one of our, so Rob sold his for $2,000. Amazing. Sam,
nice.
one of our white label suite members. You guys have seen Sam in a lot of our trainings and that kind of stuff. So
I wonder if Sam maybe came through the early on promotions that we did with
probably.
you.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
Sam's been with us for a long time too. But yeah, look at the restaurants, you guys. Las Margaritas, Azteca, sold each of these food apps, restaurant apps, $1,500 each. Easy money, right? So what does it cost you? So you're gonna, want to go out there.
Hold on your seats. Hold on. This is probably the most exciting part of the whole webinar.
The question everybody has in their mind. Okay, these apps look great. There's going to be a cost here. So, it doesn't cost you as the partner with GoMobile $10,000 to have a mobile app built. It's just not affordable, right? You're not going to pay us $5,000. You're not even going to pay us $1,000 to have an app. So what we're going to do is we charge our mobile app VIP partners $200 to have a mobile app built. That's it. So then you take the $200, you give it to GoMobile, and then they give you an app that you can, turn around and flip it for $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and you just pay us the $200 difference. Okay.
And Rob, you're 100% correct. You definitely couldn't get more. And I think now, as we turned the year, or even last year, we were seeing the prices going up. So like Katie Fletcher, for instance, if you talk to her, her price has gone up. She's in $5,000 territory now.
Yeah, absolutely, you guys. So we use a credit system. We'll talk about the credit system as we get towards the end of the presentation. I don't want to kind of spoil that yet, but listen, if there was a way, you guys, listen real closely. If there was a way that we could make that $200 mobile app cost completely disappear, would you want to know about that? Would you like to have your mobile apps built completely free, almost free of charge? Would that interest in you guys? Well, stick around to the very end of the presentation. I'll show you how to have that done. So now the next question you have is, okay, great. You're giving me a really low discount to get these mobile apps built. What do I sell them for? Well, we've thrown out a lot of numbers to you guys so far. You've heard different price points, right? But it's your business. So we're going to give you guidelines. We're going to give you the train track to run on, the left side of the trail, the rail, the right side of the rail, and everywhere in between, okay? You price your mobile app based on what the market can bear. So if you're in a small town out in the outback of Australia, maybe they're not going to pay $5,000 for a mobile app because they got a city of, 1,000 people. So maybe you got to adjust your prices there. But if you go to the metropolis of Sydney or Melbourne, okay, or up in
You're testing your Australian geography, man. Like just
I'm going to say Brisbane. So yeah.
Oh, damn! Well done, mate. Well done.
Yeah. So I got my little geography there. So
Nice.
anyway, these big
Somebody's
cities,
holding up cue cards for Jeff, like doing video.
You can expand your prices. You can go much higher because the market will demand that. So the guidelines for you guys is, the minimum start at 1,000.
Yeah.
And even like friends and family, just to get your feet wet, to get your first app, if you want to give your friends and family a $500 app, you could do that. But at least start at 1,000 and you go as high as 10,000. We're seeing some apps right now. Katie Fletcher, which we're going to go into her story in a second from now. She sold an app that started at $18,000. And I'll tell you what it's at now, which is going to blow your guys' mind, how much money she's made in the back end of that app. Okay, so anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000, you can sell a mobile app. The sweet spot currently is $3,500 to $5,000. Okay, so right in the middle, right there in the middle. But again, every market's different, and you have the flexibility to give business owners discounts and special offers just to get them, get started, get the experience, get the marbles out of your mouth as you go out there and talk to business owners. You'll get more confidence. You can start selling it for even more. Now,
hey guys, so let me just jump in for a second. So, one of the things that I talk a lot about with people are how do you feel about yourself, right? And when I got into this business, Damien, as you know, like it was all Warrior Forum and JV Zoo and all that kind of stuff. And as we started making money, it was I struggled with how to describe myself. And I used to stumble over the word internet marketer. People, what do you do for a living? I'm an internet marketer. Until that kind of terminology became widely known. Nobody's an internet marketer now, because if you're not marketing on the internet, you're literally out of business. But my entire world switched a few years ago when I stopped describing myself as an internet marketer and I started describing myself as a software developer. Yeah. And people suddenly were like, oh, you're a software developer. Wow. You know, the next thing that they ask me, as soon as I say that, like how many times at a barbecue this has happened, it is ridiculous. As soon as I tell people that I'm a software developer, they go, oh, I've had this idea for a mobile app. Like almost without fail, every single time I tell people what I do for a living, people the next thing that comes out of their mouth is, can you build me a mobile app? And for so long, I had to say no until we got to the point where we're working with GoMObile. We can say, yeah, sure, we've got a whole team that can do that for you. What do you charge? So I'll show you guys in a minute. I've got a full site set up, ready to go, but I charge $39.97. Like $39.97 is the price for me to build an app. And as you know, as Jeff said, so I'll get into
real quick. Let me highlight that's $4,000 US with a 5% cost of goods.
No, not even that, bro. Not even that, because
I'm sorry.
I don't pay you guys for the 2 credits. My customer pays you. So no, I literally, and I know that Jeff's going to go through this in a second, but so we saw a few moments ago that to get an app built is a couple $100. But I know you guys have got an amazing deal for the White Label Suite crew, but my customer pays that. I don't pay you that. So the way it gets sold is literally, look, it's going to cost you a $500 deposit for my design team to go to work, right? And if you don't like the designs, you don't have to go ahead, but it's a $500 deposit to get your designs all built and everything like that. Now, guys, I'm in profit straight away for $300 because that $200 goes to GoMObile to actually get the full app built, right? And that's the deposit. Like, I don't go ahead with the client and pay a single dollar out of my pocket. It's like the client pays that, you know, it's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
love
the
it.
ROI is unlike really anything I've seen in the marketplace the entire time I've been doing this, right? You know, only charging $200, and people want to know. As you see these screenshots, you're going to see it's good quality. So I don't have to oversell that point. You're going to see it with your own eyes. But we do it because we created a system, and
Yeah.
that system is been perfected over the decade, right? So we can,
So like, guys,
we know how many people we can bring on.
I just want to point out something here. So these guys have built 6,000 apps. Even if you were an amazing app builder yourself and you went to work and you built 10 apps a week, 10 apps, that's 2 a day for 5 days. If you built 10 apps a week, you're going to make 500 a year. It's going to take you more than 10 years to even get close to the skill level that these guys have already got in play. Right?
Yeah, very well seasoned team. Yeah.
And I just want to point this out as well. You're like, yeah, but it's only costing me $200 to get this built. Hang on a second. As you can see on the screen here. Now, I just want to point out, guys, I love it when I find out that my supplier is making money. Why? Because that means they're still going to be here in 10 years' time, right?
Yeah, Dan,
so I just want to point out,
that
on the screen
$49
here,
fee?
how are GoMobile making money? So they build the app for you, but of course, then the hosting and the update is a monthly recurring fee. Now, again, your client pays that. Okay, your client pays that, not you. But that's how GoMobile are able to give you the app for unbelievable cheap cost, because they're building that recurring income on, you know, with updates and keeping the app up to date and, you know, all the changes on the App Store and all that kind of stuff. So that's why. And again, I'm so pleased always to point out, why are my suppliers making money? Because that means I can build my house on rock, and, you know, they're still going to be there in 3, 4, 5 years time. So yeah,
14
cool.
years later, still here.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
even Katie Fletcher, she's been with us for about probably 12 or 11 of those 14 years.
Yeah.
And she loves GoMobile, and we love her. Katie is probably the #1 app seller, maybe even in the world. How many mobile apps that she sold? I mean, she's probably approaching close to 200 apps at this point. And she said
easily.
this. Yeah, she said this about GoMobile. She says, GoMobile has been my rock over the past few years in tackling the mobile app business. They're done for you mobile app services are the key to my current success. I've been able to count on GoMobile's app development team with their solid technical design skills. They've hung in there with me to solve my clients' unique and sometimes challenging app requests. The GoMobile team simply doesn't give up until we've met my customers' needs. And so Katie knows what it means to run a business and rely on a company that she's partnered with to do the work at spec and make it work and make their customers happy, that she knows she can always rely on us. We got her back. And with every single one of you watching this presentation, we've got your backs in the same way we got Katie's back. We're going to do the same exact attention to detail like we do for Katie's customers, for you, for your customers. Now, Katie is in a unique niche. She's in the pet boarding, pet hotel niches, okay? So she's built a lot of apps and gone after a lot of those large and small pet boarding, pet hotel businesses. It's a great business model. People go on vacation, they can't take their furry babies with them, so they got to go board them. And she's developed a way for them to bring their pets to the boarding location, set an appointment so that when they bring their Chihuahua, the Chihuahua's not there at the same time as the Great Dane or the Rottweiler. Okay, so there's a little scuffle, a little scuffle in the lobby where the Chihuahua threatens the Great Dane. The Great Dane runs to the corner. Okay, you gotta watch out for them Chihuahuas, right? What was your Chihuahua name? Pepe, Pepito, Pepe?
Yeah, I got all kinds of them. So the one thing he's getting to is the one key feature that she came up with, which is going to give us a good lesson that, like, teaching moment, I want you to write down. She came up with the one silver bullet reason why every one of these types of companies' customers would want to download that app, so that she could put a couple of cameras in the play area so that while people are out on vacation, they can watch their dogs at play. That these business owners know as a home run. She buys these cheap little cameras set up. She puts it in there. And that one little tab that Jeff just circled there is the one reason why she gets companies like this to give her $3,000 and $5,000 every other month. She's got another one coming in across the line. It's because of that feature. And so that's a learning moment for you. We're going to teach you how, with all these different niche markets we talk about today, and even the ones you come up with on your own, how to find that silver bullet use case for the audience. Because once we nail that, Okay, the rest are bonuses. But that's what Katie did, which is why she sold a lot of these types of apps.
Yeah, that feature where I can be on vacation, I'm out, I'm always worried about my pet. Like, are they getting treated well? I can go into my app, I can see the dog is out there sniffing other dogs' butts. That means the dog's having a great time, right? So all these different designs you see were created by our team. Um, very different brands, colors, logos. We incorporate all the businesses' assets into the mobile app, and we just take care of that as part of the service we do for you guys. Now, here's an amazing case study. We talked about the $18,000 app that Katie had. There's a big chain in America called K9 Resorts. And Katie's the developer of this app through GoMobile. Well, K9 is expanding fast across America. I think they're at a point where they're at 60 locations right now. And Katie's got to deal with them. Every location that they add to the app, we call it a multi-location app because they have multiple locations inside the app. It's not just an app for every location. You can use one app to cover multiple cities and have multiple push notifications that come from each location, which is amazing. And so this company is now at a point where I think Katie's made close to 40, maybe even crossed to $50,000 profit by providing, just by adding a location to the app. I kid you not. All she does is sends an email to our designer and say, add another location for K9. Here's the address. Here's the information. And she just texts it to us. And then 20 minutes later, it's updated in the app, and she made $1,000.
And we don't even charge extra for that, Rob. That's
yeah.
Basically, we offer 2 rounds of changes to all apps, all inclusive with the service. And so all they'll do is just use one of the rounds of changes to add locations.
Yeah. So this is a profit model that you can use for restaurants too, because some restaurants are multi-location. And you can have a restaurant with 5 locations. You could charge them $3,000 for the first build, the one location. And then each location they add later or at the same time of the purchase, another $1,000 per location. And now a $3,000 app becomes a $5,000 or $6,000 app because that business has multiple locations. Now, don't tell the business owner it only takes 20 minutes to add a location to the app. Don't tell them that. That's secret sauce. You want them to think our developers are slaving over how to add this new feature to the app, and it's going to take a long time. And all of a sudden, they turn their phone on, and before you're done with the conversation, it's already updated. Okay, our team is on the spot, you guys. Really good stuff. So, because of Katie's expertise and what she's brought to GoMobile, she wants to give back. So, her and I got together last year, and we filmed a brand new, whole new set of recordings to teach people her method.
Yeah, Rob, I want to know if you've gone into the new certified training platform since you've been in.
Yeah, we developed this platform to really build a community around mobile apps and helping everyone talk to each other, ask questions, and then get some of the best training on how to go out there and talk to business owners and position mobile app as a must-have, not just a nice-to-have, but a must-have for a business, okay? So Katie Fletcher was the leading trainer in that, and she developed a certification program where, like, step 1, learn this one piece of information and then show us you understand it and send us a little bit of homework and we'll certify you. So when you go through the training and then do a little piece of homework with it and then show us your skills, we'll give you a mobile app certification, which makes you stand out because now you can go to any business out there and say, hey, I'm a mobile certified developer for GoMobile Solutions. And put that badge on your website.
It just adds to it. So I know you've got more to cover there, Jeff, but it just adds to your credibility when you're talking to people. So guys, and Jeff, we'll keep moving through here, but like, how would you like to learn from somebody like Katie that is at the top of her game? Proven, exactly. I know, Johan, you wanted to have a bit of a conversation there as well about mobile and about apps, etc.
Yeah, man, for sure. Guys, mobile at 2012, Damien, we were in the same circle a long time ago. Seems like forever. So 2012, I moved into this building. I don't know if any of you guys know the story, but I'll tell it to you anyway. It takes a minute, but it'll add tons to this. Moved into this building. When I moved into this building, they go, this is the most advanced building in Melbourne. I said, oh, fantastic. And then I got a piece of paper come under my door that night, which said, your windows are getting clean. Okay. The next morning, the pool is in maintenance. The next night, the garden's getting maintained. Gym's out of order. Like just one sentence on these pieces of paper. This is 2012, and we are in Australia. So a month goes by, and I've got an inch thick of paper sitting on my table. I go to the building manager. I'm like, dude, man, how much is this costing me? He said, it's $1 per sheet. $1 per sheet, 500 apartments twice a day, $1,000 a day that they were spending on telling me one sentence. So
Guys, a dollar per sheet. Just to think that people going, how could it be?
Sorry,
you got to deliver it. Like this is hand delivered to 500 apartments. That's why the cost is there.
And it's an owner's corp fee, right? Owner's corporation pays for it. So $1,000 per day, 365 days, that's $365,000 for solving this problem. So I said to the guy, hey man, what if I created a mobile app for this building? And you can just send out a push notification and you can send it to people who are on level 1 and level 50, all this kind of stuff. And he's like, that sounds absolutely crazy. I don't know. I don't know if you can do that. I said, well, I can. I'm a software developer. Hey, well,
Exactly.
And so I build a prototype. I show it to him. He's like, this is incredible. We need to show this to the Owners Corp. We show it to the Owners Corp. They go, we need to have this. We can't say we're the best building in Melbourne without having this tech. Done. So I'm walking out the building. I'm celebrating after this win. And this guy comes chasing me. He's like, dude, man, how much money did you just make? I'm like, I did all right. He goes, I have 30 other buildings. Do you want to go into partnership and we can launch it into these buildings? I go, yeah, sure. Cool. Let's do it. So 2 years goes by, we perfect this system to build mobile apps for buildings. We created community, cost efficiency, and communication. Those were our 3 pillars. He ends up retiring, so I buy the company from him. And then I'm sitting there and I'm going, hey, universe, I don't want to go walking around to buildings selling this thing. And I literally get a phone call 24 hours later with these guys going, we've been trying to copy your technology for 2 years. We can't do it. What's it going to take to buy you out or partner with you? I said, let's have a conversation. We sit down and long story short, we partnered up and we built the company to a $2 million annual recurring revenue company. Now, this, if you do the maths, we sold each app. Like when I started on my app journey, I was selling to nightclubs and restaurants for $2,000. Setup fee, and then $200 a month. That's what I was doing. These guys, when I pivoted this technology for buildings, it's an absolute game changer. Can anybody have a guess how much I was selling this technology to buildings? To a building with 1,000, 2,000 people. Have a guess. Anyone want to have a guess? Hey, there we go.
Well, is this
Awesome.
25 grand? 12 grand, says Jared.
It was $50,000 a year licensed to them and recurring. But on the back end of that, we were making between $300,000 to $500,000 because we connected the app to the moving services, to the concierges, to all these every other stakeholder that provided to a building. This is what we connected to them. And so people could click a button and go, I want an electrician. And they'd click, they'd book. But guess what? The electrician was paying $100 a month to be inside the app, inside one button. And we had 100 suppliers there, right? So just from one button on the app, we were making $10,000 recurring, not for me, for the building. So this was a positive ROI for the building automatically. So I guarantee, how could we charge them $50,000? We said, if we don't make you 100,000, if we don't save you 100,000, we already knew we were going to save them 100,000 in 6 months. We will not charge you next year's licensing fee. That was our story. That's how we built it. So there you go, guys.
Well, you know what? That licensing model is phenomenal. And you can actually get people to participate, for being featured in the app and things like that. You can have a total sponsorship model. That's really killer what you did, Johan.
Thanks, man.
That's awesome, dude. I love it. I never would have thought of that. You just blew my own mind was just blown by your story. Okay. Because I never would have thought that was a model. And there I just heard a brand new model. I'm always open to learning new models. And that was a very profitable model too. So hats off to you.
Thanks, man.
All right, let's move after Secret 2. I want to let the people that want to jump in, and then go back and revisit whatever we need to. But I definitely want to make sure, because I know I've already been getting hit up in the chat a little bit here.
All right. So here's the thing. We talked about this very briefly at the very beginning. We talked about how in the last 13, 14 months, AI has been the talk of the town. And I'm wondering if any of you guys ever thought about how to use AI to help you build mobile apps or sell more mobile apps or overcome objections, get some sales advice from AI. Listen, it's powerful. So this is Sundar Pichai. He's the CEO of Alphabet. And here's what he said about AI. He said, artificial intelligence will have a more profound impact on humanity than fire, electricity, and the internet. Okay, that is a powerful quote from one of the biggest companies in the world. And then, of course, Google's all in on AI. It's their focus, just like Microsoft, it's their focus. Every big company is doing it. You should follow the trends and do what the big companies are doing because they're onto something there. So there's some really amazing ways you can use AI to help you with a mobile app business. And even Goldman Sachs, they said that, about 8-9 months ago, they said 300 million jobs could be affected by the latest wave of AI. So you have to make a decision. You have to make a choice. Like, what side of the 300 million people who might have their jobs be taken away from them all over the world due to AI replacing them? What side of that equation do you want to be on? You want to be on the positive side where you're creating jobs and you're making things happen because you're using the power and the leverage of AI? Or do you want to be replaced? Do you want to be redundant? Do you want to have your career go up in smoke because someone smarter than you hired an AI to do it better, faster, cheaper, and simpler? Okay. So be on the right side of technology as we move to the future. So the secret, number 2, is that you need to use artificial intelligence like ChatGPT for ideation, mock-up ideas. There's so many different ways you can use AI. And we have our resident AI expert, Kevin Davis, we call him the AI Whisperer, has a module inside of our training area that shows you how to use AI to sell more mobile apps.
Yeah,
Things
basically, just to summarize, ChatGPT tells you all the secrets, tells you who to go after, why they want it, how to sell it to them, how to write their marketing copy for it. Like, it'll tell you all the features that they are looking for, the benefits that they'll get. ChatGPT has figured all this out. For sure.
It's amazing because you don't even, like, you're thinking, oh, how is this restaurant going to, how is that business going to use it?
It'll tell you.
Like, it'll tell you. And somebody asked earlier, can you use it for an accountant? I actually struggled. I was going, how would an accountant? Like, you could, and ChatGPT will tell you. So secret number 2 is that you don't even need to know what the benefit to the company is going to be. Just drop it into ChatGPT, look at all the stuff there, and drop in and get that training in the area as well. So Damien, let's see what we can. I think what we've talked about, guys, is there's a massive opportunity here. So how do we get these apps into people? How do people make money with this?
You guys ready?
We're gonna jump ahead a few slides here.
Are you guys ready? Write me up in the chat room. Let me know if you want to join Rob and Johan and Walt and us, because we're having a lot of fun and we'd love for you to join the party. Now, yes, you saw a lot of slides we whipped through there.
Just a lot of slides. And guys, if you were following my instructions there, it was to write down the niches. And I don't know if you saw it. It was martial arts studios and coffee clubs and pizza restaurants. And there was so many of them there. But guys, I want to show you something. And Jeff, can I just share screen for a second? So I'm going to, and then I'll come straight back to you, right? So I'm going to share a second. Guys, how would you like to know how to make money with this program and the tools that you already have? Guys, if that sounds like a good thing, like, just drop a 1 in the chat for me, right?
Yes or yes.
Yeah, right. Let me know if you'd like to know how what the guys from GoMObile are showing you and what you already have in your pocket, how you're going to be able to make money from this. Give me a 1. All right. So we've got Jared, we've got Paulie, we've got Rodney, we've got Hisham. All right, guys. So if you want to know how you want to make money, if you followed my instructions, you would have written down a few things. You would have written down things like Mexican restaurant, self-storage, communities, churches, Italian restaurants, pet hotels, resorts, martial arts studios. You would have written down those kind of things. All right. Now, what I'm going to show you right now is how you can take that little scrap of paper that you just wrote down on and turn this into a massive, massive business. So what we do is we come into the tool that you guys already have. You get the screenshots of the beautiful Italian restaurant app that's already part of the GoMObile pack. They've got it in there. They've got all their promo images and all of their collateral inside of the members area. And you come across over here and you create a new campaign for Italian restaurants. All right. And then you go like this. I'm typing fast because I want to get through this. All right. So we go Italian restaurants. All right. And we go, okay, where do I live? I live over here in Australia, but I'm going to choose somewhere in the States. And I go, find me all the Italian restaurants that are close to me. And I'm going to go, I don't know, let's go Chicago just for a starting point, right? So all of the Italian restaurants that are within driving distance of me. Okay, cool. So let's start there. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to create a list of businesses that you could potentially sell a done for you, fully templated app for, right? So now here are all the Italian restaurants in and around you. Okay. Now we know that our leads tool is going to work in the background, and we've got all of the information starting to come through. I can tell you how many people work there. I've got all of their social medias. I've got all of the information about that business. I've got the contact details. I can even tell you who's who to reach out to, right? So now I've got a proven model with an Italian restaurant app, and I can find all the Italian restaurant apps close by me. Isn't that cool? Now, guys, if you want to make a lot of money out of this presentation, you would have followed my instructions and you would have written down Italian restaurant, boom. Mexican restaurant, boom. Pet hotels, boom. Martial arts studios, boom. Churches, boom. Communities, boom. Everything. And you can just literally drop this in again and again and again and again and again.
Real estate agents, lawyers.
Real estate agents, like just incredible work that the GoMObile team have already done and proven, and you get the collateral and you get to take it out to the marketplace. Now, guys, I'm going to give you the big secret. All right. Now, Damien, this is the one that you and I talked about before Christmas. And I'm literally only going to give this to you guys if you tell me that you're interested. All right. So if you would like to know how I personally used mobile apps and one website and one campaign to bring in over $30,000 in a 2-week period, I want you to type the number 30 in the chat box, and I will not show you unless I get some people give me that number. All right, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30. All right, this is what I did, all right? And I want you guys to take a pen and paper and write this down.
Here we go.
Here we go. This is how I used mobile apps and one campaign to do this, to bank over $30,000 in 2 weeks. I call it the Everyone Comes Second campaign. It's one of the most controversial campaigns I've ever run. It's one of the most profitable campaigns I've ever run. Okay. I call it Everyone Comes Second. And I'm going to open up this website for you guys. It's live right now. You can go and do it right now. It's called yourown.app/win. All right. Would you like to win a free app designed for your business valued at $39.97? If yes, enter now. Okay. Now, what am I sending? We used our leads tool. I showed you just a few moments ago that we're reaching specific businesses, Italian restaurants, martial arts studios, churches, not-for-profits, communities, sporting clubs, you name it, right? And we send them a message that says, would you like to win a fully custom mobile app for your business? Now, just like Damien said, when he was walking past the sushi restaurant, who enters this competition? Who enters this? If I've already got a mobile app, will I enter this competition? Nope. If I don't need a mobile app or haven't been thinking about it, will I enter this competition? Nope. But the 42 people that registered for my competition in a 2-week period are all what? Ready and looking for a mobile app. And here's what happened. 42 people registered for this in a 2-week period. And everyone came second. Now, I don't know if you've ever entered a competition. I don't know if you've ever entered a competition, guys, and you enter the competition and you never enter the competition thinking you're going to lose, do you? You enter a competition thinking, yeah, I don't care what it is. I'm going to win a laptop. I'm going to get iPad. I'm going to win. You never enter a competition thinking you're going to lose. But here's what happens when you get that notification in your email that says, hey, we've drawn the winners of the resort holiday. And here's our winners. And your name's not in the list. How do you feel right there? Like, oh, man. Is that a good feeling? Nope. So rather than make only like 3 people feel good and 39 people feel bad, I made 42 people feel freaking amazing, because the message that went out said, congratulations, you won the second prize in our app building contest, and we've got $1,000 off your app build waiting for you. All I need to do is get your design and your idea written down, and we'll have our team go to work for you. I've got the $1,000 right here for you off your app build. All right. Congratulations. How do you feel right now? Do you feel deflated, or do you feel like freaking excited? I didn't win, but I came. Now, this is why it's the most controversial thing ever, right? Because because I didn't actually give a first prize winner. I should have. It was my mistake. I have to admit it, right? Because I would have only used 2 credits with GoMoBile, but I didn't. I was like a little bit kind of greedy. I didn't. I should have. That's why it kind of makes me a bad guy. But I gave 42 people $1,000 off their app build, right? Which cost $200 each to build, $30,000 in 2 weeks. Now, guys, here's my bonus for you guys. The team at GoMoBile have an incredible team. They've built over 6,000 apps. They do the whole thing for you. But here is my bonus to you guys. The team are about to make you a special offer where you can become, just like me, a card-carrying member of GoMoBile, right? If you want to do it, here's my bonus to you. I will give you the entire framework for this Everyone Comes Second campaign within the next week or so. All right, I'll get our team to build it. We'll get it built as a snapshot into your GHL account. We'll give you the landing page, the forms, the follow-up email sequences. We'll literally lay this whole thing out for you. Okay. Oh. And I'll give it to you as a complete done for you snapshot. The Everyone Comes Second campaign is something that you can run in every niche you ever want to go into every month for the rest of your life. And you can post the results up, and you can like put it onto Facebook pages and all that kind of stuff. And you can run it again and again and again and again and again. Everyone comes second, which means that everyone that enters your competition is a hot buyer. And you get to deliver some really freaking great news. And bang. And I'll give you the entire system. If you're picking up the GoMoBile program and becoming a partner with GoMoBile as well, you can use the leads tool to find the people, and I'll build for you with our graphics team, the whole landing page, the forms and everything. I built this before GHL was around. Okay. I built it on a platform called Convertry, but we'll convert this into GHL. We'll get it as a snapshot. I'll give you the emails. I'll give you the follow-ups, the forms, the automations, and you can run the Everyone Comes Second campaign and build your own future movie.
That blows up my offer, man. That's a killer add to this offer. Okay,
hey, I've seen some good offers. That was the best offer. I had my notebook out, Walt, taking notes on your bonus.
I'm gonna buy my own product. Okay, look. You know, Walt, what I love about that is it's all done for you, and it fits in line with what we're doing. You've already got that marketing campaign proven. You've done it. It's done for you. It's ready for everybody that buys today. So super pumped about that. Speaking of buys today, who wants in? Let's give them the, let's let them in.
Let's go. So guys, if you want to jump in, the guys at GoMoBile have done something pretty crazy special for you guys. So Jeff, take over, man, and walk us through how our team can get involved with GoMoBile.
All right. I'm actually updating a slide. So,
all right, cool. Do that.
Somebody say something really important for 10
All
minutes.
right. Hey, I'll do this. Damien, I'll do this really important.
Guess who's here? Walt, guess who's here?
Tell me. Santa?
Upstairs in a room right above me.
Nikki?
One of your really good friends, Corey Sanchez.
Oh, dude. Can you give him a cuddle for me? Man.
I will.
Frank and I made a lot of money. All right, guys. Let's say something really intelligent. I know one of the things that you guys do really well is this event space. Why don't we do that as a bonus training for anybody that gets involved with the system? Like, because I know that the event, so guys, shortcut while Jeff is getting his slide ready. These guys have perfected the model where any events that are running in big organizations, they get everybody's contact details and you get to sell apps to everybody that turns up to an event and a conference. Guys, why don't we do that as a special training for anybody that picks up this offer?
That sounds good. Well, absolutely. Yeah. What I will say to you is 3 sentences, and that is that events are hot because of this blend of virtual events and physical events. And when everybody that attends the events has the app on the device from both physical and virtual, the event owners can control all the communications the entire week, get them to buy tickets to next year. It's amazing. So we'll do that as a separate training. Also, coaches, consultants, and experts. I don't know, but ever since the pandemic, it seems like there are more coaches than there are humans. Right. And so they all have brands and they all need mobile technologies like this for the communities that they're creating. So we'll get into those type of blue ocean initiatives for you on the back end.
Perfect.
Absolutely, you guys. There's an amazing training on a lot of the apps that I just blew through, like you saw me just like fast forward through,
They're
don't
all in the
worry.
members area.
They're all in the members area. Okay, so let's get into the special offer. We want to welcome everyone who's already made a decision. You don't even know the cost is, but you've said, yes, I'm getting started with the Mobile Apps Platinum VIP Club. And here's what your guys are going to get when you say yes today. You're going to get access to our brand new members only video training area, our community, the Go Mobile community. You're going to get app certified. It takes basically 3 to 5 days to do it. Just depends on how much time you have. You can basically do it in a couple hours. We've seen people go in and complete our course, the whole entire mobile app training course in 30 days. Some people can probably do it faster. Our access to our award-winning design team. We turn those apps around in 7 to 14 days, you guys. 7 to 14 days. Those apps can be done and approved and then submitted to Apple and Google. And then sometimes we've seen those apps that get submitted to Apple and Google 48 hours.
Yeah,
36
Apple's much
hours.
faster these days.
And it's a really fast turnaround time. This is Steve and Joe Sampson. They fully have been with Go Mobile for the last 10 years. They love us, and they said some really cool things about us. So bonus number one, when you guys get started, what we're going to do is we're going to load you with some amazing credits. So we told you it costs $200 to have a mobile app built. So here's what we're going to do. It's basically almost free because we're going to give you 30 mobile app credits, which gives you the equivalency of 15 apps because each credit, that's the way it works. 30 credits. Each app is 2 credits. That's
you
how
start with 15 apps in your inventory that if you sold them for all 5,000 a piece, you could do the math on that, or you sold them for all 1,000 a piece. That's 15. That's 15 grand there. Absolutely.
So you got a built-in inventory. At the low side, you can make $30,000 if you sold all these for $2,000 each. But on the high side, $10,000 each, you got $150,000 in possibility of inventory. So everything in between. So we're stacking you guys with so many app credits that.
And that's why you can run Walt's program and everybody comes
exactly.
second.
Absolutely. Zero money out of your pocket.
This is amazing, you guys. And our second bonus is we're going to give you a corporate branding package where our award-winning design team that builds the mobile apps for you will also build you a professional logo design that you can use to brand your company. You're going to get choices of which logo you like, and you can have refinements on it, kind of a little back and forth. And you can use that logo on your website. You can build clothes with it, put it on hats, use it on your letterhead, your business cards, so that you represent the mobile app hero that you are,
including white label suite. So your brand should reflect everything you do.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right. Secret number 2 is you're going to get an unlimited stream of leads, but that's going to come through Walt's program. If you guys already have Walt's program, you have the secret lead source of how you go out there and get
pretty much everybody that's listening to this has that
of leads. Walt's program. The comment program is phenomenal. So all those guys, you should all have it. And some people who've never seen this presentation first time, maybe they haven't used that before and you saw how it works. You need to use that tool to get your leads. Okay, bonus number 3. You're going to be able to access our community, our mobile Facebook group on Facebook with all of our top members are in there asking questions, as well as our members only discussion group inside of our learning module platform. Ask questions, get feedback, share your wins, talk about your struggles. We're all here to support you, build you up, celebrate when you win, cheer you on when you get a loss, because sometimes you got to pick up and dust off your knees and then go back out there and do it again. And you get better and better the more times you do it. So price, what is it going to cost? Usually these things can cost a lot of money, $3,000 to $5,000 to get access to this type of a software, especially when Walt just added a big, huge bonus to this for everybody. So the value is already there if I was to sell this to you at any of these price points you just see here. This is going to increase. Our price will go up in 2024. And so you do need to take action on the price we're going to give you today, a special offer. So when people come to Go Mobile and they just buy our training off the streets, they're going to pay about $2,000 if they're not invited through a special invitation like you guys were today. So we normally would sell this for $2,000 on the public price. But because you're friends with Walt and you came here today at his invitation, we're going to give you a 50% off bonus. You guys get 50% off if you take action today. It's a one-time 997. Come on, get out your credit cards, and you're going to go to a special website. It's called GoMobileSpecial.com/Walt. That's how special it is because it has his name in it. Okay. GoMobileSpecial.com/Walt. You're going to get the 30 app credits, the bonuses we just went through. And if you even want to make a 3-payment option, we have that available for you guys as well. You can get started today for the low, low, low price of $397. Put down your first payment today, do another payment 30 days, another payment 30 days, and you still get access to everything. Nothing gets held back until you finish. You get access to everything, even Walt's program right now. And you can pay and learn and make money as you go. The first customer you get, the first customer you sell an app to for $3,000, guess what? You just paid for the course. You just paid for the course. And that's the way you're going to make your money back on that first sale. Get one sale. This all costs you zero. And you hopefully put some profit in your pocket.
And what happens here, and I'm going to let Walt hit this now. So go over to GoMobileSpecial.com/Walt right now. Jump on this now. What's happening here is you're bringing on a full-on mobile app development company that I've built over 14 years. You're adding that as a division to your company.
Yeah.
You don't have to go through the effort of hiring, which is a really rough market for hiring right now. You don't have to find developers. You have to, sometimes having developers, Walt knows this more, you have to know development and tech more than they do, or they can tech around you sometimes. So it's like really hard to get a CTO and a lead developer and some core designers and to have a whole team and to have that expense load on your payroll. So now, like Rob Hergert for 3 years, he's been able to have us as a division of his company, and he's very satisfied. And he's only needed to do 3 apps over that time, but he's made money. He did them for $2,000 each, as he mentioned here earlier. That's one of your own. That is a white label suite customer that's been a customer of ours for 3 years. And he gets what I just said. He literally added a division that he doesn't have to staff, he doesn't have to build, and he doesn't have to pay the payroll payload. And so it's there whenever he needs it. And we're starting you off with 15 apps. If you sell all those 15 apps this year, you'll make an incredible opportunity. This is potentially 6 figures for you. Now, Jeff, have you covered with them that we'll actually help them sell these apps too?
Oh, it's coming.
That's
coming in a special secret
back
bonus.
to you. Bring us home. Bring us home. Let's show them.
Unannounced bonus number 4.
We can build it for you. We can submit it for you. We can even sell it for you. What else do you want? Go ahead.
Well,
Jeff.
I think they want fast action bonuses. So this is for people who act fast, the fast and furious. When you guys make your decision right now to get started, to join, to take out your credit card, fill in the form completely on our private secure server. Everything is, protected. Your information is protected. It's all encrypted. You're safe to make a purchase today. Don't worry. You're going to get some amazing fast action bonuses. Number 1, you're going to get Katie Fletcher's certification business roadmap, where she's going to show you how to pick your niches, how to set up your business properly, what to do before, during, after the sale, the dangerous pitfalls to avoid. She gives you proposals, PowerPoint slides, contracts, the pitch deck, everything you need to know.
Yeah, she's figured it out. She's figured it out. You don't have to come in and stumble across it. She did that in the first couple of years. She's figured out this business.
Yeah, you're gonna
these
get
are all
her
the
best
assets
stuff.
she's created.
Her best stuff is at your disposal, so you can be like Katie. Okay, so that's bonus number 1 for everyone who gets started right now. You're hearing my voice right now. You're watching this presentation right now. Get on the fast action bonus. And now, secret bonus number 4. Here it is. Our team of mentors and closers will sell and do the presentation for you to your best customers. And you simply split the proceeds of the mobile app sale 50-50. You want Katie to close your apps for you, close your sales for you. She doesn't know how to sell anything less than $5,000. That's a guaranteed, almost guaranteed $2,500 in your pocket. And she's going to do the majority of the work. But here's why that's important. You're going to watch everything that Katie does. You're going to watch her presentation. You're going to see her delivery. You're going to be with her in private, get some private mentoring from her, and see how she sets up the things. She's going to ask you questions to help her do the presentation, and you'll know and learn why that's important when she does the presentation. And
That's
then you
huge.
watch her do the presentation.
That's so huge. It's amazing to have somebody who's done it before to mentor you as you're going through, guys. Don't underestimate
So,
that.
so do me a favor. You got 60 seconds. That's it. Give me those next two bonuses right now. 60 seconds. Let's wrap it up.
Bonus number 2 is our mentoring program with Katie. Latoya made some money. John Beester made some money. And bonus number 3, 5 prospecting emails you can use to hook
That
clients.
you can load in the Go High level. It's a snapshot already
Yep.
ready to give you.
Beautiful.
Damien and Greg are going to give you a showcase of some of the mobile apps that have been done.
We do this probably 4 times a year. We'll keep you up on what's latest.
Then Damien's going to do a one-on-one call with you guys.
Come on, I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to do, what you need to do. I'm going to actually cut right to the chase, and I'm going to show you what you need to do right now to make $1 right now. And I don't mean $1. I mean, we're going to make a couple $1,000s an app because
a dollar.
That's the going
2,000.
rate. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this one-on-one. Go to the next one.
And then we're going to give you a special bonus with GoMobile staff doing a one-on-one call with you guys. Jump on a call to help you ideation, vision, goals, just to work on your strategy.
This one I want to hit on. This one right here, I brought on a business coach that is going to give you a silver bullet nugget or 2 on this call. And so the calls alone, we could charge money for that. This is a bonus because here's what we know, Walt, to be true. We know that with the proper coaching, with the proper instruction, with the proper attention, we've already proven that success is possible.
Amazing.
So we've got those things in place to help more of your students become successful with this.
I love it.
And then we're going to give you bonus number 7, you guys, free tax planning and strategy session with our best advising team that will show you guys how to write off today's purchase, how to get money for your LLC. If you don't have an LLC set up, they'll show you how to set up an LLC so you can get access to business funding, business development funds that you can use to grow your app company, get more exposure, do some paid advertising if you need it. Anyway.
All right. Welcome aboard.
It's an amazing call.
Now I want you just to take us home, man. Tell us how much you love this opportunity and how much you want them to buy it, and we'll just go ahead and land the plane with that.
Beautiful, guys. So here's where we wrap up, right? And you can hear that we're pushing hard for a close because we really are out of time. We just so much that we want to share with you guys because we've both been doing this and we've been making money with this program for a long time. So yeah, as we've got on the screen there, nice screenshot, by the way. It's called Everyone Comes Second. So we're going to build that campaign for you. We're going to give you that entire funnel, the automations, the funnels. We're going to give you that as a snapshot, and we'll talk you through how this works. You send out a QR code to people to enter, and they literally only enter if they're a hot buyer, and then you get to use the credits that you've got in your place. So guys, here's the gig. It's just under $1,000. It's $997, or you can take the 3-pay option, right? What we talked about last week is having these tools in your toolkit. If you've already got clients, send them out a message that says, hey guys, great news. We've just opened up our new mobile app division. If you'd like a mobile app built for you, you're one of our first 5 clients, we'll do it for you for $1,500, whatever it might be. You can literally pay for your investment with GoMobile straight up, all right? So you've also then got 15 apps that you can get built. If you sell 1 for $1,000, you're covered. You sell 2, you're in profit, right? And using the campaigns that the guys have built and the collateral that they've built, you've got a hot model. Now, will everybody need a mobile app? No, right? But there's proven niches that say yes every time. And it's the ones that you don't expect. The little coffee shop, it doesn't have to be Starbucks, but the little coffee shop that needs a loyalty program. The coach that's putting out their amazing fitness information wants to have an app to deliver their daily workouts out to their people. It's the small businesses and it's the medium-sized businesses that you can really dominate in. We've given you a whole bunch of niches right now, but you see gyms opening up in your suburb all the time. You see new coaches, you see new businesses popping up, you see new restaurants, new takeaways. All of these opportunities are evergreen. Evergreen, as in they are consistently coming through, and you've got all of the templates and everything ready to go. Again, from our point of view, mobile apps is something that we love having in our toolkit. You heard Johan talk about how he created a multi-million-dollar company by selling apps to high-rise buildings. Wow, what an opportunity. Like, guys, just the marketing strategy on this call alone can take your business forward. You've got GHL, which is incredible. You've got an amazing lead generation system, and you can add to your toolkit a complete mobile app design and building solution that you don't have to pay until you get an order. You're literally just paying to have that whole division part of your thing. And when you get an order, it's just 2 credits and away you go. So guys, I hope that You know, we have rocketed through probably some incredible money-making opportunities in these last slides. But Damien, you guys are going to run a special training from that event-based stuff, or just, you know, share us a recording of how you do that. And I'm going to build that whole everyone come second campaign for you guys. And I want to thank you for the special deal, you guys. I know you sell this for $2,000 all day, every day, and I appreciate the 50% discount for our team.
Hold on. It's important. We don't. We only sell to as many people that we can serve. That's why we're able to do it at this ridiculous price. So like I might get several promotions in a whole calendar year, and it's all based on what we can handle. So just wanted to, that's why this is a limited offer right now.
So guys, if you want to jump in on this, it is going to cost you some money, as everything good that it does. But what you can see from the system there is that an investment has an immediate opportunity for return. So you can take some of those niches, you can take the leads tool, you can post it out, and you can be assured that the guys have got your back in terms of the delivery. They'll even make the sales for you. So guys, we got to wind it. The team at GoMObile, again, we endorse them. I endorse them. I've known Damien for a long time. You've seen Rob speaking as a client. These guys are the real deal. And if you'd like to add a complete mobile app division, and you can see the future there and the opportunity, jump in. Ask me any questions, as you know, in the group. I'm always open to chatting strategies, etc. But it is GoMobileSpecial.com/Walt. Let's jump in.
Welcome, Rodney.
Let me add one 30-second thing.
Go.
The slides you guys missed because we shortened the presentation are in the back office. All the deep dives, five blue oceans, plus a bunch of other apps are there. So you didn't miss anything. Watch those presentations. Get in the program.
Beautiful. Thank you, man, because that's super valuable. So guys, again, remember my instruction. When you watch that piece of paper, write it down, and then use the tool to just go straight after that niche and expand it out as you go. And you have a blueprint in front of you for making this work. Guys, thank you so much for the opportunity. And let's go build some mobile apps. And as we know, Damien, what do we say?
I love you, man. Go mobile or
go home. You got it. Thanks, guys. Catch you soon, guys. Cheers.
All right, take care.